No, we are not, because here's the thing. I'll let this go through. I can just kill the Archon of Sun's Grace with my Batra on this turn, right? You go here, you go here, you go over. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter which order. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mono-black Liliana's Mutated Zombies deck. Bit of a mouthful, but I really wanted to try this deck out because, well, y'all know I have a soft spot in my heart for Liliana and as well as for her zombies, or, well, just really zombies in general. So today we're going to be trying to see if we can mutate onto those zombies and what value we can really get out of, well, trying to play this, right? So down here in the bottom end, and before we get all the way through this deck tech and whatnot, I do recommend everybody watch to the end of the video where I give you, the cards that I would slot in if you're trying to make this deck go a different route, or whatever, upgrades, downgrades, that kind of stuff. Well, probably not downgrades. Anyways, kicking us off down here in the bottom end, we have Zagoth Mamba. Whenever this creature mutates, so whenever you mutate a creature onto it, basically, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and you'll see this has absolutely huge potential to be great or terrible, because I mean, it really depends on the deck you're going up against, right? Some decks you'll see they have a lot of 3 bodies or 4 body creatures, and you're just not going to do anything whenever this effect goes off, right? It's not going to kill anything, it's not going to make it to where you can swing in or any of that good stuff. But when it is good, it's going to destroy your opponent just so absolutely they're not going to know what to do, which is kind of nice, And if you can mutate onto it twice in a turn, obviously you should be able to take out something with that, or if your opponent doesn't have anything, well, then you're just getting free reign on their face. Next up, we have Kaya's Ghostform, which is actually really, really nice when you're dealing with a mutate deck, and I didn't think about it until more recently, right? So let's say you have a creature, here's Zagoth Mamba, right? And you've mutated an Insatiable Hemophage, and a Chittering Harvester, and a Batra, and this thing is huge, and it's flying, and it's deadly. And then your opponent removes it, right? And you're left with nothing. We've all had that feeling, and it feels terrible. So, Kaya's Ghostform, whenever that happens, even if they exile it, right? So exiling isn't even going to work. All 3 creatures, or all 4, or however many were mutated onto it, are going to come back to the board. Now, they're all going to be separated, and obviously the mutate number or whatever is going to start over, but you're going to get back 3 creatures, which means instead of just having 1 creature that has 4 damage because everything's stacked, you're going to get back 1 1 1 1 1 4 4 1 3 3 or 2 3 3, whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? So it actually has the potential to allow you to end the game, really, which is kind of nice. Moving us over, we have Lazotep Reaver. Works as a twofold. 1, it's a zombie. 2, it makes another zombie, so, for Tymaret calls it dead. That's really great. And 3, you can mutate onto this very easy. You can mutate onto the zombie army very easy, and the zombie army gets counters, again and again and again. So it's kind of nice whenever you're mutating down a Batra, because instead of it coming down as a 3/3, it comes down as a 4/4, which is, always nice. Moving us down, we have Mire Triton, which is going to allow us to put some cards into our graveyard, which isn't super fantastic, but it's a zombie, it has Death Touch, it allows us to gain 2 life, so, it has its perks. 8 the Fallen, I was really testing this card out because since we have Tymaret Calls the Dead and Mire Triton, and this isn't a reanimate deck necessarily, I don't want to just be losing my Lilianas and my mutate creatures, so I wanted some way to get them back, right? And I don't feel like 2 copies of 8 the Fallen is too much. It shouldn't be showing up in your hand every single game. So that's kind of where I'm getting the idea for this. If you have a better suggestion, by all means, leave it down below. I'll try to read all the comments and get back to them and all that. We have 2 copies of Heartless Act. If you want to swap that out with a different card, feel free to. I just wanted a cheap source of removal. That's the one I went with. Whatever. Embodiment of Agonies is actually a great card to mutate onto. So this works twofold. 1, it comes in with a whole lot of counters, or just counters in general. That's kind of the thing with Embodiment of Agonies, right? Whenever it enters the battlefield, it gets +1/+1 counters for each different mana cost among non-land cards in your graveyard. So, whatever. But we've already seen creatures with counters plus mutate can be really good. So if your Insatiable Hemophage comes down onto it, imagine instead of just being a 3/3 with Death Touch, it's now a 6/6 with Death Touch and flying, because you know, Embodiment of Agonies has flying. So for 3 mana, you're getting a whole lot out of this. You're getting a mutate target. You're getting a big body flyer. It's really solid, actually. Murderous Rider, also your Mire Triton and your Tymaret kind of helps fuel this card and make it bigger. So key little side note there. Murderous Rider, it's good target for removal. It's good target for mutating onto because it has the lifelink right. It's a zombie knight, so it's going to help with the Tymaret Calls the Dead, which we are now onto. So 4 copies of Tymaret Calls the Dead. First and second clause, we're going to put the top 3 cards of our library into the graveyard, and then we're going to exile a creature or enchantment from our graveyard. If we do, we're going to get back a 2/2 black zombie creature token, which we can mutate onto. Or, you know, come the third clause, you gain life, you gain X life, and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Obviously, we're trying to focus on this and gain a lot of life and scry up the mutated creatures we need, or the Liliana, or maybe even the lands that we need, right? So that's kind of the main point here. We're trying to pay 3 mana and get this huge, you know, maybe 3 or 4 scry effect off and really get a good look-see down into our deck. Pretty much it with that. And then down here in the top end, or I guess up here in the top end, however you want to say it, we have the mutate creatures. We have the Insatiable Hemophage. This is the Dirge Bat, which I'll admit I finally forked out the wild cards and just picked it up. We have Cavern Whisperer and Chittering Harvester because I couldn't decide which one I wanted more, right? I was like, this one makes some discard, so if I can, like, guaranteed get it down, you know, it's good, and it adds the menace ability. So even if it's not adding, you know, value with the discard, it's adding value with the menace. Then I was looking at this one, I was like, well, it makes the opponent sacrifice a creature, so even those people that are running Hexproof Mutate, you know, we can get that Hexproof mutated creature out of there. So I was like, well, I'm really stuck between a rock and a hard place. In the end, I think I would go with Chittering Harvester over Cavern Whisperer. Just my personal preference. And then last but not least, we have the zombie queen herself, the Dreadhorde General, none other than Liliana, 6 mana Planeswalker. Whenever a creature we control dies, we're going to get to draw a card, and hopefully we have Kai's Ghostform on it, so it gets to come back, and then we have more creatures die, and blah, 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 blah. She allows us to create more zombies, which we can then mutate onto. We can make each player sacrifice 2 creatures, which generally in a mutate deck isn't that great, but since we're playing kind of how we are, where we can have a whole bunch of other token zombies down, right? We don't really mind. We're going to have things to sacrifice, whereas if we go up against another mutate deck, they probably won't. And then, of course, the -9 is kind of a win con in all of itself. So, all that being said and out of the way, I know it was a bit of a mouthful, probably one of the longer deck techs we've had in a while, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and hop. Right. Flagman, but it's super aggressive. It's like he's yelling it. Alright, well, don't screw me with the 2 lands, but I'm going to keep it again. I really don't know if Aid the Fallen is decent in this deck or not, but I figured with the Tymaret Calls the Dead and with the Mire Tritons it would be, right? And we only have, I think, like 2 in the deck, maybe 3. Don't quote me on that. Opponent's going for a graze here. Abzan, I see. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get a Kai's Ghostform down, so in case they try to remove our Mamba. Now we just need 1 more land. We'll be able to get the Insatiable Hemophage down, and, well, 1 more land after that, we'll get the Cavern Whisperer down. Now, Cavern Whisperer and the Chittering Harvester, I believe, were the 2 that I was, like, back and forth on. Didn't know which one I wanted more. And we're up against another mutate deck. This one's going to be Abzan. And oh, game. Oh, you silly, silly little game. We're going to be stuck on 2 mana again, because that's fun. Alrighty. Not like I run 24 in the deck for a reason. I like playing on 2 mana, honestly. It's one of the most exciting things in the world. Alright, so do we go for the Insatiable Hemophage? I believe so, right? Because this also gets rid of their Essence Symbiote. Done. Kill that thing. Now we can swing in here. Looky there, ladies and gentlemen. The combo's going. The combo is a-going. Cub Warden. Yikes. So they got a little bit bigger of a mutate target down. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. We can make them discard if we want to. Sure. Sure, he says. We'll go over. Now it has Menace and Death Touch. And we'll take out one of your little kitty cats. Now, are we swinging in? If so, they have to block with both creatures. If not, they get to crack back 4 damage. Nah, we're not swinging in. This way their Cub Warden won't get to swing in either. Gem Razor. You're joking me. They're about to destroy my Kai's Ghostform. What a joke. What a joke. But I don't think they'll be swinging in here. Yep, okay. They just want to gain some life, I guess. All right, well, I'm getting a little low. Ooh, a Liliana. Not gonna lie, I'm super happy about that. But we're only at 4 mana, so we'll play the Ghostform down. We'll play Tymaret Calls the Dead, and we'll see what we hit. Another Tymaret Calls the Dead, a Murderous Rider, and a land. Do I want to exile the Murderous Rider? No, because Aid the Fallen will allow me to get it right back. We'll get rid of Tymaret Calls the Dead from the graveyard. We don't need that. Get another little Zombo down, and I think we are swinging in here. Yeah, I think so. That's fine by me. We'll take out those 2 little kitty cats. Now, of course, this means their Cub Warden can crack back at us, but at least we're getting rid of all the extra foliage, right? I wonder if they're going to destroy my Tymaret Calls the Dead. No, going for the Kai's Ghostform again. You bastard. Why don't you just leave that shit alone, huh? Batra. Well, we can get Batra down, but we can't actually cast it. Is it better to get Batra down, or is it better to get back the Murderous Rider? Probably just get Batra down at instant speed, am I right? So let's crack back at them with this. What I may end up doing, if they decide to swing in with the Cub Warden or some shit like that, we could play Batra down, flash, and then just double block into the Cub Warden, right? We'll see. We shall see. Are they gonna try it? Are you feeling lucky, punk? Well, are ya? They are. Batra to the rescue. Or Dirge Bat, yeah, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna throw all 3 of them at them. This way, no matter what the buff is, we'll get them. We got them. Ooh. Can I have a land? Well, there's 2, huh? And what? How many are we at? 4? So those 2 will put me to Liliana. Sure, give me them both. Give me them both. Now before we Aid the Fallen, we'd rather go ahead and get down Embodiment of Agonies, right? Because that's a big boy. That's a big boy. And then we can get in here for 6 damage. Take our opponent back down to 20 health. And look at that, it's like they never gained health in the first place. Also, I'd like to say Embodiment of Agonies, well, Flagman just going to concede, but Embodiment of Agonies got to be one of my favorite mutate targets. It gets so many free counters. It already has flying. It's fantastic. DPZ79, gonna be our next foe. Honestly, I don't even think this is a bad deck. I think we just keep getting, like, repeatedly screwed. And that happens in Magic. I've said it before. I'll say it literally a million times. Sometimes in Magic the Gathering, you have those Murphy Law days where it's just like, yeah, you're gonna lose every match, actually. You can go play the best deck in the entire world. You're still gonna lose every match. Because even the best deck in the entire world only has 60% win rate, which means you still have that 40% chance, 40% chance, 40% chance. You know. And yes, it's very low chance that you'll lose every match. It's there. It's very, very much there. We're going to get rid of the Cavern Whisperer in order to get a zombie down. And, yeah, leave our Zagoth Mambas alone. I really wish we could have hit an Insatiable Hemophage in hand, but, you know, things don't work out perfect when you want them to. They work out imperfect. So we got the Tymaret instead of the mutate creature. There's nothing wrong with it. Not like the mutate creature would have allowed us to perfectly kill the Daxos or, you know, any shenanigans like that. Swing in with your Daxos. I will gladly block you. Never mind. Don't swing in. Don't do it. Oh, boy. Alright, well, there's a Batra. I guess that's a thing. I'm going to get rid of the Insatiable Hemophage. I think I'd rather bring back the Murderous Rider to have something that murders something, as the name implies. Am I flashing in a Batra, or am I getting down another Tymaret Calls the Dead? Probably flashing in a Batra. Probably. Again, I could try to wait for 6 mana and then mutate it down to the Zagoth Mamba. Tell you what, I'm gonna go for the Tymaret. Because it'll make our other Tymaret that much stronger, right? Like when we go to hit the life gain in the scry, we'll get more. So that'll be fun. Now our opponent's playing some weird mono white enchantment deck, right? Because they have the Starfield, they have the Daxos, Banishing Light. You're taking the one that produces zombies over the one that allows me to get my scry on. It's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. I'll take the damage. Yeah. Shoot it on my face then. I'm fine with that. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, that's the 6 land we need to get down, you know, Liliana, Batra, all of the above. I don't want that for damn sure. I'll take a Chittering Harvester. Do I want the Chittering Harvester before the Liliana, though? No. No, I don't. I definitely want the Liliana first. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-ba. So we really only need 2 creatures with which to defend, right? Maybe just 1? I'll keep 2 back just in case. End turn. End thy turn. Opponent's up to 4 mana. I'm a little bit worried about what might be coming next. Don't give that creature flying. Don't give that creature flying. Don't you dare give that creature flying. You like my musical number? Personally, I think it's dead on, but you know. Bum 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 ba dum ba da ba bum ba da dum. So we're down to 11, but we're stopping that Starfield from absolutely just destroying our face hole. We're getting down to Batra, and we're getting down Liliana.
I do hope you make this battle.
Yes, I realized I could have sacrificed the one that had pacifism and saved myself a little bit of heartache. What? You crazy man, you. They just got rid of the one that had the stuff on it. The one with the stuff, you know what I'm saying? So are we getting rid of our Batra to defend our Liliana? Are we? I think so. Maybe. Well, let's see. No, we're not. No, we are not. Because here's the thing. I'll let this go through. I can just kill the Archon of Sun's Grace with my Batra on this turn, right? You go here, you go here, you go over. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter which order. Yeah, DBZ, good game. Good game. Kuro no Susaku? We're just gonna call you Kuro. Sure. I mean, I see a Liliana in hand. It's hard for me not to keep it, right? So we'll keep it. We'll see how it turns out. Hopefully for the better, but, you know. Opponent is playing Umori. Question is it going to be Umori Mutate? There goes a Batra. We can swing in with Zagoth Mamba, but they're not going to trade that out. Even if they do, that's a fantastic trade for us, so. Yeah, they're more than likely going for the Mutate here. Right, Migratory Greathorn, Insatiable Hemophage, something like that. Migratory Greathorn. Alright, well, I guess we'll get to see if Sultai Mutate is better than just Mono Black Mutate. Now, we can go ahead and throw Kai's Ghostform down on one of our creatures if we want to make sure that when the mutated creature comes down, it survives. Or we go for something like a Lazotep Reaver or another Mire Triton. So let's go for another Mire Triton. Dumpstered an Insatiable Hemophage there. Not exactly what you want to see go to the graveyard, but that's alright. Still taking them down little by little, piece by piece. If I could find some more lands, that'd be great. Obviously, sitting on 2 lands when you have a Liliana in hand is not what you want to be doing. Them just playing the Auspicious Derricks is very, very ballsy of them. I think I am going to go ahead and put a Kaya's Ghostform on the Zagoth Mamba, and then I'm just going to Heartless Act the Auspicious Derricks. I guess we could have also gotten rid of the Migratory Greathorn, but I think the Sterix is a little bit more troublesome to deal with. Excuse me, voice crack. They're going to shock in a land and get down another Sterix onto the Greathorn. Well, I'm super happy I could have gotten rid of the other one. Alright, they hit a land, and what else there? Dreamtail Heron. Alright, well, we're up to 4 lands, so that's decent. I guess we can go ahead and get down Tymaret Calls the Dead. Sure. Give me another zombie. And then, of course, I'll swing in with the Mire Triton. Oh, block it. Please block it. You only have 8 health left. Don't you want to block? A Luna. Well, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and better and badder. Anyways, we'll have to try to figure out how to take out this Luna. We actually haven't ran into any of our mutate creatures so far. We just milled them all away. Well, isn't that just fucking great? Sultai Mutate hitting everything they need and so much more there. Now, and they're leaving everything back to defend. You gotta love that. One mana off. That's a little annoying, but that's alright, whatever. We'll get down to Lazotep Reaver, no biggie. Am I swinging in with the Mire Tritons? Probably not. Because right now we're getting a whole lot of scry and life gain off of this Tymaret, right? Goodness gracious. Frog in my throat this morning. Another Luna, you don't say. Alrighty. Well, we probably lost. Go ahead and say that one pretty confidently. Another Nethroy. Cool, cool beans. So, is Mono Black Mutate better than Sultai Mutate? Probably not. Probably not. Of course, we did get a little land screwed as well. Had we not, and could we have actually gotten down our Liliana, things might have gone a bit differently. Alright, because it really swung around them hitting that. So let's see. Aid the Fallen. I guess we could get our Dirge Bat back from the graveyard, right? It does cost 6 to mutate, and we're only at 5 now. Insatiable Hemophage isn't bad. So tell you what, let's... By the way, look at all these swamps. There's all our lands. So this is going to put us up to 5. Or no, that's going to put us up to 5. This is going to put us up to 6, which is pretty much all we need. So let's toss back all of these. Now, do we want our Liliana next turn? I think I want the Insatiable Hemophage. If I'm going to do that, though, I should probably do that. We'll see. I'm going to try it out. We'll do 3 to the bottom, 3 to the top. Now, we can go Chittering Harvester. The problem is the -2/-2 from the Zagoth Mamba isn't actually going to kill anything. We'll still throw it here, though, because it has the Kai's Ghostform, right? Targeted creature gets -2/-2. Yeah, again, there's nothing really here that we want to minus out, right? There's nothing that it matters. Now, they're still dealing damage overhead, and we can't really get in. I mean, I guess I could throw these. Just throw them at their face. I think I do want to keep one back, though, right? Or do I just throw both in? Maybe we just throw both in. That's a little strange that they decided to sacrifice 2 creatures to 1 Mire Triton. It just doesn't make any sense, you know? You could have just sacked the 1. But whatever. Alright, that's gonna be a GG. They're bouncing my Chittering Harvester. I'm sorry, we tried, but, you know, Sultan Mutate actually has access to all the pieces of Mutate. Citadel. Not Citadel, Citadel. I'm going to keep it. I know we're kind of low on the lands, but the game can't decide, honestly. Here recently, we can't get a single hand with decent lands. It's either way too many or way too few. I think we've had 1 all morning out of 4 with decent lands, which is, you know, a good testament to how on point this whole system really is. Anyways, we're going to get down to Zagoth Mamba. I'm going to stop arguing about, ooh, baby, do I love the turn 1 Disfigure. Fuck yeah. That's what I want to see when I hop into a game of Magic. I want to see you kill my shit immediately. No shits, no chances given. You just blow that shit up. You got another one? Let's see it, baby. Let's fucking see it. I'm not throwing Kai's Ghostform down on that. We're going to try to save it for something bigger, like the Embodiment of Agonies. Or Batra, you know, something a little bit spicier. I see. Well, I too have a flyer, but mine has Death Touch. So, yeah, have fun. Disfigure that one. Of course, I guess if they do disfigure the Embodiment of Agonies, well, no, because it's an enter the battlefield effect, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? I was like, well, if they do kill Embodiment, it just comes back as 0/0. But no, it comes back with counter still on it because it's, again, enter the battlefield. Thank goodness, Embodiment. I love you so much. Would you quit hovering it? Either kill it or leave it. Fuck. The only thing you need to know about it is that it's flying, it has Death Touch, and when you kill it, it's coming back. Okay. Cool beans. Are they about to kill it again? Probably. Probably. Oh. Kill it if you're killing it. Fuck. Citadel, they just don't know. They're just not sure. I think I'm just gonna wait and flash in my Batra, honestly, because if I can get this down, then I can mutate this onto the Batra, then I can just kill their Bloodthirsty Aerialist, right? So that'll work. That'll work for me. I think we're going no attacks. I don't have anything I can really swing in with here. I mean, I could throw the Embodiment of Agonies at their face, but I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Thirsty Bloodlord, they're just trying to boost up their Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Is this a mono black Vampires deck now that I'm looking at it? That's kind of what it's feeling like. If so, Citadel, I at least say that I respect you for it. Yeah, we'll make that block. And I'll get down this bad boy. Or bad bat. Don't judge me. And then we mutate onto it, right? I guess it can go under. I like the picture of Batra a little bit better. So we kill that one. And yeah, we get in for that 5 sweet, easy damage. Now we're 1 mana away from a Liliana, and I gotta say, I've never felt closer. I've never felt closer to getting a Liliana than right now. Come on, Citadel, just let me have it. Oh, also our YouTube premiere is about to go live, so gotta keep an eye on that. Well, we're gonna make you discard, and we're gonna kill your creature now. You done fucked up, Citadel. You done fucked up. Alright, they're just gonna concede. Of course I don't actually get down my Liliana. We'll keep it. We have 2 Insatiable Hemophages. That's hard for me to turn down. And plenty of land to play it with too, so hopefully we can get another little creature down before we get the Insatiable Hemophage. Like if I could draw into a Mamba and then I can just throw the Ghostform on it as well, I would not be upset in the least. Instead, we're just going to keep drawing lands. It feels like Magic is just sort of back and forth with me this morning. You get tons of land, then you get no lands, then you get tons of land. Make up your damn mind. Oh, baby. 3 Insatiable Hemophages that's a lot of phages. Alright, well let's see. Our opponent's playing a whole lot of colors. All of them except for blue so far. But you know, you gotta respect that. If you're gonna play a deck that plays all cards. Oh, I think I still go for the Lazotep Reaver here. And we'll still hit it with Kai's Ghostform. Because I don't feel safe just playing down Insatiable Hemophage and that's it. You know, no Kai's Ghostform, no protection, no rebirth, nothing on it. Now in this next turn we're gonna be up to 5 mana. If we can get one more, we can actually cast down 2 Insatiable Hemophages in one turn and really rack up the damage. A Nissa. Good old Nissa, huh? Now we can block with the Lazotep Reaver if I want to. I don't think getting rid of that extra damage though is really worth it. So we did draw into another land. I don't know whether to be excited or disappointed, but it is what it is either which way. So we'll get down the Insatiable Hemophage. Do we swing at the Nissa? I think so. I think so actually. Because if they block, we're taking out a land. If they don't block, we're taking the Nissa down a few points. A few pegs, you know what I mean? Alright, and then Kai's Ghostform, and we'll bring those 2 right back. And it doesn't really, well, I guess it does affect the Insatiable Hemophage, right? Because now this creature rather, hasn't mutated at all. Huh, well, we'll see, we'll see. We still have Aid the Fallen as well in case we need to bring back a creature, right? Nico Bolas. No shit, huh? No shit.
I am one again.
Oh, they just said no Insatiable Hemophages. They said I don't think so.
Behold nature's true power.
Alrighty, well, we have the mana. Am I double Insatiable Hemophaging though here? That's the question. It is a 5/5. But if I Insatiable Hemophage here as well, we have 2 targets with which we can swing in, try to get around them. If I Insatiable Hemophage here, they do block that guaranteed, right? Like they absolutely block it. Here they may not. They're gonna block it with the Paradise Druid. Are they double blocking it? They're not. I guess this doesn't really matter. Alright, so doing 4 more damage to him. At least we're staying healthy, you know, thanks to the Hemophages. And we can Aid the Fallen and get this one back. Banishing Light. No! You motherfucker. If we can just destroy all of their lands, that'd be fantastic. Because, you know, obviously they have a whole lot of land creatures. But instead, we're just gonna hit lands. Lands for days. Alright, so then Nissa gets the ulti off. I think that's GG, honestly. This is our only course of action, and it's still not a good course of action. Alright, GG. Opponent gets the Nissa ulti, and then we're left with 2/3/3 indestructibles on their side of the board with vigilance. And we can't even manage to get a board state up. Ravioli. Ravioli, ravioli, show me the formuoli. Wasn't that the song back in the day, right? Chef Boyardee's. I decided to keep the hand. This might be the first time since playing this deck, obviously, that I actually see the Murderous Rider like in hand and able to be played instead of just getting thrown into the graveyard. So this could be exciting. Yeah, Mr. Mamba, I gotta say, you're not one that's very long for this world, you know? Every time I play you down, you're just getting taken out. And I don't mean in the good way, where you're getting taken out to dinner and all that stuff. Alright, Senor Ravioli, what do you got for me? Oh yeah? Yeah. You just remove it all, huh? What? Oh, well. You know what I say? I say we're gonna Murderous Rider them. I say I'm hating that Hateful Eidolon. You say, Chance, they just dropped an Ayara on you. You're still gonna kill the Hateful Eidolon? Well, fuck yeah, the Hateful Eidolon's the one drawing them all the guards. You're crazy, you think I'm not killing that thing. Besides, we're probably gonna lose this no matter what, right? I don't see us being able to play down a creature and not get it killed. We're gonna try for the Batra, right? We're gonna try for the instant speed Batra flash in Finanza. But I highly doubt that it lands and doesn't immediately fucking die. Highly doubt it. We're gonna try to kill the Ayara because obviously the Knight of the Ebon Legion can still get the buff. Come here, Mrs. Ayara. And they are giving the Knight of the Ebon Legion the buff. So, you know, that's cool. If we can hit one land though, we can get our Chittering Harvester down and then, no? Mire's Grasp? Yeah. I forget all you're playing is removal, huh? You don't believe in actual cards. Just the removal ones. That's fine. We'll get down an Embodiment of Agonies and, you know, fingers crossed they don't have another Mire's Grasp. Oh, you do! You just draw all three. Like it's nothing. Oh, magic! What am I actually, like, what? What in the actual fuck am I supposed to do about that? GG? Good game? I'd like to think it was, but you know, hard to fucking tell at this point, really. Was it a good game or did the opponent just get lucky as all Finnock? Okay, we got this. We still have creatures to defend. We got a Death Toucher. There's no way they have 3 fucking copies of removal for 3 mana. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you know what I mean. Oh, look at that. We're getting out scot-free. Scot-fucking-free. Hell yeah. Now, if I can just find a way to actually kill my opponent's creatures. No? Okay. All right. Yeah, no. This is good. This is good. All right. So, Come on down, Batra. Don't be scared. I know you get a little bit shy in some of these matchups. Come on down, Batra. Yeah, I'm hating myself right now. I really am hating myself right now. You don't have to worry about it. I'll kick myself. Alright, Zagoth Mamba, come on down. Surely the god that can't keep this momentum going with absolutely 0 cards. Right? He says, hopefully, doubtfully. Alrighty, let's see it. I just need 1 land, literally 1 land, and I can do this. Oh, do you have 2 forms of removal? No, just the 1. Hallelujah. We keep skating by just on the skin of our teeth. However, this does mean now that we can't get this Chittering Harvester down, even if we hit a land, you know what I mean? And knowing our luck, we're about to hit a fucking land. No, a Liliana, so we can't play anything. GG, ravioli. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, magic is breaking me this morning. Alrighty, you made it all the way through the matches. First and foremost, thank you for watching all the way through to the end of the video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions on things I could do for this deck, things I could do differently with commentating or editing or any of that good stuff. Try to read each individual comment. Subscribe if you're new here and you want to see more content, and then hit that bell icon that pops out at the end of that, and then it'll give you notifications whenever I go live and post and all that good stuff. Last but not least, if you're looking to catch us live, actually I said go live, but it's an old bit, right? I go live on Twitch. Anyways, hop over to twitch.tv/DrSpilgan, toss us a follow. We'd be happy to have you there. I try to go live most mornings. Some nights I'm on if I'm just trying to get a little grind session in, but yeah, most mornings I try to go live there. And then last but not least, if you're looking for a Discord community to join up with, hop down in the description below. It's a fairly chill community. I try not to spam y'all with too much. There is one thing that I need to work on, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Y'all are here for the deck tech wrap up, deck tech upgrades, whatever. You know what I'm saying, okay? You're here for the sideboard goodness, right? So over here in the sideboard, we have Duress. And this is because people need to be more realistic than myself, honestly. Your opponent's going to be playing things that you don't want them to. And Duress is in here specifically for that. It's a 1 mana card. Target opponent reveals their hand. 1, you're getting knowledge, which is just almost invaluable, right, in any game. Having that much knowledge of your opponent's hand and their plays, what they're thinking, all that good stuff, it's really great. And then also you're going to be able to choose a non-creature non-land card from it, and that player discards it. So for 1 mana you're taking out, you know, their board wipe, you're taking out their 2 mana really busted creature, whatever, or not creature, I'm sorry, their 2 mana really busted enchantment, I guess. There you go. Right, so Duress is cheap, it's easy, slot it in if you're having problems with that. Knight of the Ebon Legion, if Zagoth Mamba just isn't cutting it for you and you have Knight of the Ebon Legion, I highly recommend it. First off, it's Vampire Knight, so it can be mutated onto. Secondly, you can pay 3 mana and it's going to get +3/+3 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Furthermore, at the beginning of your end step, if a player, so you or your opponent, lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion, and this ability to pay 3 and gain the counter and all that persists even through mutation. So, you know, you get your knight down and say you don't draw into a mutate creature until it already has 2 counters. Well, you're still going to be able to throw a Batra down or a Dirge Bat, whatever you want to call it. Throw it down on there. It's going to be a 5/5. Then you can pay 3 extra mana. Now it's going to be an 8/8, right? Flying, able to kill creatures and planeswalkers when it mutates again. It's able to gain more counters. It's huge, right? So I do recommend Knight of the Ebon Legion if you don't have Zagoth Mamba, or in general, it's probably just a better pick. I was kind of going for a theme here, so whatever. Leave me alone. Now that I've been Legion, it's great side piece, whatever. It's great one drop. Spark Harvest, if you're looking for a little bit more removal and you're trying to play more into the whole okay with sacrificing your creatures thing, you know, with Kaya's Ghostform and whatever the other enchantments are that allow you to bring your creatures back, Spark Harvest is great removal. Sure, it's only sorcery speed, but it does allow you to destroy target creature or planeswalker for 1 mana as long as you sacrifice something. And again, you have things like Kaya's Ghostform, which can allow you to actually get more damage from your mutate creatures when you sort of expand them, we'll say, right? Whenever they die and then come back and they're all separated. If you're looking to dive more into the whole zombie theme of thing, there is Ephemia, the Cacophony. You know, there was that zombie enchantment deck not too long ago in Theros that did pretty well. Whatever this thing is, it's pretty good. It's flying, 2 damage, flying creature for 2 mana. Not bad. And then at the beginning of your end step, you can exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Now, if you're going to go for Ephemia, I recommend you maybe steer away a little bit from the mutate. But you can mutate onto it, and it is a flying creature, so, you know, what do I know? Maybe not. Moving us down to Elspeth's Nightmare. This is a good mid-game sort of removal. Look at your opponent's thing. If you don't want to play the duress, you want to get a little bit more value out of a card, right? This is probably your go-to. So step 1, you're going to destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. So maybe a priest or, you know, whatever. Those little key cards. Step 2, you're going to reveal the opponent's hand. So again, you're getting knowledge. You're going to choose a non-creature, non-land. So again, you're taking something like a Shock or an Embercleave. Probably the Embercleave over the Shock, let's be real. And then step 3, you're going to exile their graveyard, so you're getting rid of the Euros, any of the escape cards, really. You're hurting reanimate decks. You're doing a lot, basically. For 3 mana, you're doing a whole lot. Rotting Regisaur, I would be absolutely remiss, right? Baffled, if I didn't mention Rotting Regisaur in a zombie deck in general, much less a zombie mutate deck. So first off, let me dive into why I didn't play this card. It's fantastic, right? But it's so fantastic that there's almost no reason to mutate onto it. So what are we going to give it when we mutate? Sure, we can mutate the Dirge Bat, and that would give it flying. That's great, right? That's fantastic. But giving it Death Touch doesn't really do anything with the Insatiable Hemophage. Giving it Menace is good, but we only have one of those in the deck because, again, I was testing it out. So, you know, remember, this is comparative to my deck. And then Chittering Harvester actually doesn't give it anything. It doesn't give it better stats or anything. So we have 5 mutants that don't do anything and 3 that do. So not really a whole lot. And 2, it makes you discard your hand, which can always get a little bit crazy. And I didn't want to worry about that and juggling the mutants and the zombies and all that. Like, I had a lot to deal with already. So I just decided to side it out. I do think it's a fantastic card. I think it would make the deck better if you put it in. But something like Embodiment of Agonies adds a little bit more to when you mutate, and that's what I was really going for here, right? The zombie mutants. So even though it is a zombie and Embodiment isn't, it makes the mutate portion a little bit better. So if you're looking to go a little bit more for zombies, you're looking to put down a 7/6, by all means, I encourage you to play Rotting Regisaur. Hell, me myself, I might throw it in, try this deck out again, because honestly, I really enjoyed this deck. But throw some Rotting Regisaurs in, because yeah, it's a 7/6 for 3 mana. Who doesn't love that? It's a zombie dinosaur. Who doesn't love that, right? So fantastic. I recommend you play it while you can, because it will be getting rotated, not at the release of this next set, but the next one, right? Anyways, moving us down, we have 1 copy of Nightmare Shepherd. So again, this kind of goes back to the Kaya's Ghostform and being interesting in that manner, right? It allows you, if your mutate creature dies, to get back all those creatures as the little 1/1s if you exile them. And you say, Chance, well, that's not really that good, because you go from having, you know, a 3 or 4 damage creature to having a, you know, 3 1/1s, which, just by the way, is the same amount of damage across the board. The main thing that's kind of nice is those creatures are still going to have the mutate ability, right? So if you bring back an Insatiable Hemophage token, you know, whenever you go to mutate onto it, your opponent's still going to lose X life, and you're still going to gain X life. So I'm not saying it's fantastic. I'm not saying you should even try it. I'm for damn sure not telling you to go spend your wild cards on this, okay? But if you're looking for something kooky to try, something crazy that might work, maybe throw it in there. I don't know. I was looking at it and I was like, I don't think it like realistically or logically works. But if you could get it to happen, I don't think you would necessarily be upset either. Bolas of Citadel. So this is kind of like Rotting Regisaur. I can't mention a mono black deck that has some sort of life gain, right? Because we do with the Mire Tritons and the Insatiable Hemophage. We have some life gain. The Murderous Rider even has lifelink, right? I can't mention a mono black deck and not recommend people to play Bolas of Citadel. Now, obviously, I try to showcase cards here and there, so I can't just always play my favorite cards, but by far, one of my favorite mono black themed cards. And of course, you can play this in other decks as well, but for sure, if you're going to be playing this deck, I think it helps with the mutate. I think it helps ramp you hard. I think it helps you get to that victory slot. And ultimately, if you can get to the 6 mana and throw this down, you might just be able to sweep away the game with Insatiable Hemophages and mutates, you know? So it's fun. It's nice. It's a hell of a thing. And then if you're looking for some removal that's a little bit different, allows you to stay out there, you're looking to gain life, maybe you want to play the Bolas of Citadel, whatever. Erebos' Intervention, fantastic. It's instant speed. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. You gain X life, so again, up against all those aggro matchups, it's going to be really, really key. And then the second clause, exile up to twice X target cards from graveyards. It's going to hit the Reanimate decks. It's going to hit the Escape decks. And y'all know I'm a huge, huge fan of these cards that give you multiple lines of play, right? Because the utility in Best of One is just huge. Being able to say, hey, if I need you to do this, great. And if I need you to do that, fantastic. So, yeah, Erebos' Intervention, definitely worth a slot in somewhere, right? So if you're looking at cards you might want to take out, Zagoth Mamba, Aid the Fallen. You could probably change out Heartless Act. Maybe a Lazotep Reaver. Don't get me wrong, Lazotep Reaver is really great. Maybe an Embodiment of Agonies, right? But you definitely want to keep the Insatiable Hemophage. You definitely want to keep the Batra. You're probably getting rid of the Cavern Whisperer. Chittering Harvester, that's really up to you on how much you want to go into the mutate, right? Anyway, so that's kind of what your core deck's looking like, and that's pretty much it for this the deck tech wrap up. I'm still not completely sold on that name. I want a name that hits a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Anyways, this is probably the longest deck tech wrap up we've had as well. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, please be sure to leave that like. It means so much to me personally and to the channel as a whole. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a great night, great evenings, great mornings, whatever time it may be, wherever you are. And as always, I'll see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.